Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Zygarde Complete. We did it. We were able to get all the cells and now we have it. And it was a journey. I'm going to tell you what, this was super difficult, time consuming and annoying, all in one bundle and even more. We're going to go over all of that, but if you can give this video a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. Just help me out. Help me out. We did it. We're going to bring you some Zygarde content here, and that's not going to be the last of it. You're going to see this a lot. We're going to do a separate video doing battles. We're going to test it out here, but not up against people. We're just going to kind of play against Sierra in the leader, just having a little fun, and then just taking a look at some of this footage here. I actually recorded this. This is the second time I'm doing it because for whatever reason, this microphone wants to keep on screwing up at about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and yeah, it's great. Now I have to keep on doing it. But with that said, if you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Let's get into this, and I do have some Athena for you at the end. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start this video right about now. So this is going to be all the routes I'm going to be doing are I've made all of these here. Now there are ones nearby that were made by other people. There's going to be several inside of the mall, but otherwise they're all going to be done by me here. So this is one that I do every single day, and yeah, it just works out great for me here. Probably done it the most out of every single route in this town. Simply because it is right next to my house. I just go down the street and I'm going to be able to do this here. It's a little bit longer than the other ones, but it's not a bad route, and it does help me get gifts as well as spin these Pokestops and a good amount of catches too. Also, Athena has a nice little special spot that we stop so she can go and hang out for a little while, so she knows the routine here as she's just sitting next to me, being a good girl like always. But folks, I already know that getting these is going to be a little difficult, not a little, extremely difficult. This is the hardest thing that you can find in the game, not find, get, essentially. Finally, form changing it. I mean, you do have regionals. You're like, well, this costs a lot of money. You have to go here. Yeah, it costs you money. It's not necessarily difficult. You just have to get there. And we also have events that drop them in rates, making them null and void on being an exclusive to this region, because you can just do it in the raid in your area for an event. But yeah, this is the most difficult thing you can get in the game, and it is actually going to be good. It's going to be ranked #1 for the Master League, if you did not know that. And I'm still going to be about 7 or 8 power-ups away from completely maxing it out, but I'm still gonna just keep on working towards it, powering it up in this video, and we will still be using it in the Master League despite it still needing those power-ups, because, well, it's still going to be performing well. We're going to be sitting at around 4,000 combat power, so working pretty good here. The cell should show up right about here on this route, and leave it to Niantic to make me go for another route so I can waste some more time on this when I just simply need one freaking more cell. But I wasn't even annoyed. I was just like, you know what, I'm recording this, so let's just see how many times it's going to take. So the next route did have it pop up, as you can see. It does pop up at about here, and it is a lot brighter, I've noticed. They did brighten up the cells so you can see them better, as well as actually making them pop up at the end here. So as you can see, it's looking good. I left it alone there so we can get a good shot with the Zygarde next to it, kind of looking at it like, we're doing it. I'm about to change my form. Yes, you are, buddy. We're about to do this right now. So I am ecstatic. You had no idea. I was sitting in the car. I was going to just change it right here or right then, right? So let's go ahead and find that. We're going to power it up as well. I'm going to form change it first and then we'll power it up afterwards. So 200 cells. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much time. I've literally invested all of my XL rare candies into this. I've invested other XL candies. What was it for? Carbings, a horrible one when it first came out, so I could just power it up immediately, which was a stupid ass idea, but whatever. Okay, so that's, I'm probably down about 18 or something like that, 30 from the carvings that I put it in. I think it was like 18 or something like that, which could have went into this, but otherwise the only other XL candy that I've ever used was going to be on my Shundo Conch Keldor. I put 1 into that. That was way before the community day, obviously. There it is, folks. The damn thing itself. We got him. Look at that. All right. All right, it's time to go below 12 million. Stardust again. All right. I went below yesterday, powering up the Zygarde, and, well, yeah, actually, I made another one for the Ultra League, rank 34 something. So 400 and something, but we're not going to be going there because we don't have all the XLs. So 300,000, 337,000 Stardust here. And yeah, so we're counting that. You could have counted it. I think we're like 6 power-ups, 7 power-ups away from being maxed out here. So there it is. And I was confused. I was like, I thought it was going to be 4,000 combat power. It is. It's just not showing it yet because something glitchy is going on with the buddy thing here. But it'll eventually show that combat power. And it is going to be Shy. He's hiding behind the gym. Come on out, Zygarde. Don't be shy. Everybody's been waiting for you, buddy. Okay. Let's go. Give this video a thumbs up, folks. We got him. We got him. All right. So we're going to take a look at it running here. And then we do have the Bidoof. I just thought that was funny. A little conspiracy there. Bidoof really is holding the power and watching over it, laughing as we think it's really this thing that's got all the power here, but it's really that Bidoof. So it kind of like hovers here, as you can see. Just wanted to show you a running animation. Now we're looking at its moves here. We're going to go ahead and take a look at its move pool. It has Crunch, Hyper Beam, and Bulldoze. I really hope the audio is not screwing up again for this video. I swear. All right. So we are in the Master League here. I wanted to check out the moves. It is ranked number frickin' 1. It's calling for, of course, Dragon Tail, Outrage, and Crunch, but I do believe it's going to be Crunch and Earthquake. Yeah, those are just the moves ranked. So you're going to want to run Crunch and Earthquake. I just feel like I want to go with Outrage, but I guess we'll go with Crunch. It makes sense for a lot of the things. It's going to require less energy, and you do have Dragon Tail, and you're such a tank. You're just Dragon Tailing, and that could just, you know, basically be your Dragon damage. You don't need an Outrage too. So we do have Outrage on ours though. We're going to go with that for a while just to test it out. I don't really care. I'll switch it up to Crunch whenever I need to, okay? So I'm just taking a look at different matchups here, just kind of getting familiar to what it can do, what the losses look like, why we're losing these matchups. It's pretty self-explanatory, just looking and knowing the matchups. You don't need to go into these in-depth things to realize, oh, I'll be losing against that thing. I just kind of wanted to see the little details here in between. So we're going to go ahead and test it out here up against Candel. And yeah, this is not like, oh my gosh, look at this thing absolutely destroying. I mean, essentially what it's doing is absorbing. It is an absolute freaking tank. Now, advice on getting cells. There's really no advice except for try to make the roots, and unfortunately you're just going to have to wait for them to approve them. And then you can also use Campfire to see the roots nearby, but they did expand it so you can see them a little bit better on or in Pokemon Go. So you do have that, just, you know, kind of search the area every time you move to a new spot where you think a route could potentially be. But again, Campfire could help you expand that search to the city. Another thing you can do is, before I would tell you to pause the route at the end. What is it, like 100 feet away from the end? But that doesn't really matter now because they fixed it. The cells actually pop up now. So not only do they pop up, not every time, but the whole, you know, pausing it and going back in doesn't work anymore. I've done it 100 times. That doesn't happen if there's no cell. It just doesn't happen. If the cell comes, they will make it appear now. But you do have there's a chance that the cells doesn't even pop up, okay? And that's the problem. You can do 4 routes and not get a cell and think it's broken or something. And you can only get between 1 to 3 cells per day, and that's in one go. Not, oh, you got 1 cell, oh, you can do it again to get another cell, up to 3 on that 1 route. No, you can only go and get a cell on each route 1 time that day, and it can be between 1 and 3. And then once you do, you have to move on to the next one, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I did it every single day, except for a few days where I was snowed in, or I was sick, or I just maybe hungover, and I just said, I'm not going out today. I'm not doing any of that. I can't do that today. Otherwise, I was really on it, really on it. The only problem was, of course, I had to do it during the holiday season, and most of my routes are around the mall, so I had a headache. If this was during the summertime, it would have been a breeze. Oh yeah, no snow. I'm sitting here in the parking lot, driving through the parking lot, like their streets are more leveled out now, but my gosh, you have no idea how big of a headache it was to get this son of a gun. But I have it, and we're here, and we're done. Let's go. All right, so there is 4,000 combat power, and we're done. So the advice is to just do your routes every day. There's really, search Campfire for other routes. It doesn't matter if they're longer or shorter. That's not going to help the fact that you're going to see a cell or not. That's really nothing to do with it, okay? and it's just a matter of luck. Okay, people like to say there's little tips and tricks and things to make the cells pop up easier. I personally don't think there's anything that we are going to ever find out that is actually true to that. What I mean by that is, like, people will say shut off your Go Plus, or don't catch anything on the roots, and you know, that's, I feel like these are just things that we're thinking in our head that make it seem like that. We're like, well, what about you and the algorithm? Look, that's straight fact. I'm not going to go in here with fire type for freaking 10 games, then I get water leads, and then the second I switch that up into a grass, it's fire leads. No, that's different. No, that's different. Okay, anyways, let's not turn this into an algorithm video, but there you have it, folks, completed. Hopefully this audio worked, and I'll put in some footage of Athena now. You want to say hi to everybody again? Come here, come up over here. Yeah, that's a pretty girl. Did we go for a ride earlier today? Did you see the moosey in the backyard? Oh, yeah, you smelt it? Okay, shake everybody's hand. Good girl. Say bye. Yeah, you're such a sweetheart. Good girl. All right, take care, everybody.